What if I told you that you hold the power inside of yourself to raise your vibration and align with your highest potential, and to do it in just moments and keep it there? So these are not the same tiring techniques you've heard of before. So today I'm going to share with you 3 game-changing practices that will transform your energy instantly. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Harmony, and on this channel you will find ways to become your best self and live your best life. And I had a special request for this particular video from the last video I did, which was 5 steps to step into alignment with that higher version of you. So if you haven't checked out that video, make sure to check the link above or below. But these are some methods that I have tested personally and also helped with clients and patients years ago. And they're designed to help you feel empowered, energized, and get aligned instantly. So there was a time in my life whenever I felt like my energy was kind of seeping out of me, meaning like I had these leaks that needed plugged. And that meant that there are certain areas I was giving too much energy to, and it wasn't returning. And we do that a lot, like on the twin flame journey, where you go into it and you give your all, but you're not getting back. And so therefore it's not harmonic and it can be draining. And for me, it became a lot with my mission and my purpose, where I was just putting so much in and giving so much and staying only focused on some of the things that I thought I was giving, and a kind of like push energy. And when you push with even a desire, and your desire is so strong, it can push away what it is you're truly wanting, and you're not really open to receiving back to keep your energy harmonically flowing. But then I realized something that completely shifted everything for me, and I realized that this really helped me to not just stop giving away energy and ignoring, where these leaks were, but paying attention to where the leaks were was a piece of that. But I got the biggest breakthrough when I decided to make a non-negotiable commitment to myself that no matter what was going on in my day, or what's happening, or what I need to do to stay on purpose or to stay in mission, that I had to stay in alignment with my ability to be present with myself, listen to myself, listen to my own needs, and most importantly, staying present was about feeling the peace inside of myself, that if I wasn't feeling the sense of peace and truly enjoying my life, or truly enjoying what I was doing, then I knew I was out of alignment. And here's the critical part about it, is it didn't matter what I was doing, how important it seemed to be outside of, a distraction, that if I didn't get centered in myself and just stop in that moment and recalibrate, then I was basically giving my energy away. And so that was through my observation and awareness. So it does help for observation and awareness. But when I decided that I was going to put myself first, basically, and I was going to listen to myself, and I was going to observe myself, and I was going to do some things that helped me feel like I felt centered and grounded, and that, again, if I wasn't, then basically I was just pulling myself away and disconnecting from a part of me, the higher part of me, that really needed to be seen, felt, acknowledged, and understood, and to know that, my soul is speaking to me. And most importantly, that if I wasn't in alignment, then I wasn't operating at my highest vibration. And when that happens in your inner self, you feel scattered. Sometimes people feel, irritable or tired, exhausted, and kind of just going through the motions, not truly like enjoying or embodying the pieces of you that are scattered. And it's about, that grounding is collecting that energy and pulling it in. So you might be physically present when this happens, but emotionally and spiritually, you could be miles away, right? So on the other hand of this, when you're not in alignment with that higher version of yourself, it can really feel like there's something bigger missing inside of you that's trying to get, as I mentioned, your attention. And if you're not kind of coming to this true alignment with the purpose of why you're here, or your highest self, then you have a disconnect of who you're meant to be. And so the realization is, and it helped me, is to not only just plug the leaks, that I might be, leaking out or seeping out here, but to also create this lasting peace and alignment. I needed to get grounded on a daily basis, and I needed to give myself permission to stop anything if I felt scattered or I felt like my vibration was being lowered and I'm not in alignment with my highest vibration. Then I need to just stop and make the commitment to me, and I need to pull back in, and I need to center. So now I'm going to share with you the 3 tools that I did to help, myself stay in alignment. So number 1 is vibrational tuning with your voice. We are a frequency, we are a vibration, and basically that means we emit light and sound. Even if we don't hear it, there's this frequency that creates a sound. So, your voice is a powerful tool to shift energy. And so if you chant things like the Om or Ah, that's creating a vibration that is inside of yourself that will open up and clear the channels and the blocks to help you align with, this greater potential and unlock all of that. Now, years ago, I did the Ah meditation with Dr. Wayne Dyer, and you would do Ah, which is like Buddha, Krishna, God, so it's the alignment and the attunement with the sound of God. And so in the morning, we do the Ah meditation. It's about 20 minutes long. And in the evening, do the Om meditation, which is a sense of giving back too. So basically, when you would do the Ah, you're releasing. When you do the Om, you're receiving. And so it's kind of like during the day, it's more action oriented in the morning. And in the evening, you're kind of coming back in and you're winding down. And so you're coming back to the energy that's bringing the energy in. I'll make sure to link a link below so you can maybe check out that his Ah and Om meditation below, because I have done that so many times in my life where I would do, I think it's like a 21 days or a 30-day commitment. I think it might have been the 30-day commitment, where you commit to doing that for 30 days and how much it will change your life. And I have to tell you, as I'm saying this, which is why when I teach these things, I also learn from these things. As I say this, I'm actually going to make this commitment right here, right now, to know that I'm going to commit to it for every day, not just an occasional. I've done the 30 days years ago, and now I just sort of use it like in the moment. And that's not a bad thing, okay? But again, I told you in the beginning, making that commitment back to yourself to say, I'm going to stay grounded, I'm going to stay connected, I'm going to raise my vibration. And what people don't really realize is that, because we are vibration and energy gets stuck, which robs us of our energy and lowers our frequency, that sound, and a lot of people do sound healing outside of you, don't get me wrong, that vibrates into you and it shifts your energy and it can raise your vibration. But there is nothing more powerful than your own voice coming from the inside out and creating those frequencies to clear and open channels that will raise your vibration. And another piece about that Ah and Om meditation, when you say the Ah meditation and you're putting kind of out to God what you want in it, and that's how this meditation he has goes with that. So you're putting out to God what it is you want. And which, by the way, I'm going to put a link below. But if you guys are interested in me creating a an Om meditation that I'll put here on YouTube, let me know in the comments below, because as I mentioned, this is a video that was requested. And so I love feedback from you guys so that I know that I'm on track with the content that you'd like to hear more about. And so anyway, check out that Ah and Om meditation if that's something that resonates with you. Otherwise, just make sure to use Ah vibration in the mornings and Om vibration. And again, anytime you feel like you're not grounded, out of alignment, just come back into that vibration, the frequency of God and yourself, and Ah, and that instantly gets you put into that place. And obviously doing some deep breathing with it, but the chanting itself is a frequency that will truly raise your vibration at any given moment. And to do that, 2 to 3 minutes, you're going to notice a huge shift. And if you give yourself the space to make this commitment, and no matter what's going on, your vibration will never be out of alignment, because you'll always be coming back centered and grounded to you. So the second way for you to have instant energy alignment is through your posture. And, as a chiropractor and spinal alignment and getting into alignment, I've been speaking and preaching and teaching and practicing and literally helping people be in alignment for 30 years. And so the way you hold your body directly affects your vibration. Pay attention to, standing tall, your power pose, that sends signals with confidence and alignment. But if, you're kind of hunched in, you have that mopey look and that your frequency is off, because body language is huge. Like you come in and want to talk to somebody, and if they're closed off, their arms are up here. So pay attention to body language in general, when you communicate with people. But for your own personal self, truly come into that sense of, if you are not feeling confident in a situation, and this is when it comes in most, if you're not feeling confident, that means you're out of alignment with your energy. And that means, you need to kind of get aware, pay attention, and bring it in, and truly lift up even your head and your spine and become erect. And, it will instantly send a statement out into the universe that in your physical stance, you're impacting your energy, and that's allowing you to, if you do it consciously, make this conscious shift. And over time, it no longer has to be conscious. You're going to be kind of sitting, standing and coming into this place of confidence without having to think about getting in alignment. Now, one of the things you can do with this that's really important is when you stand, if you can stand, if you're standing and talking to somebody or standing still, you can stand with your feet shoulder width apart and stand braced and stand like really firm. And as you do that, then open your chest, and that's going to naturally bring your head back and bring your spine in much more of alignment. Also, really having, so when you open your chest, make sure your hands and your hips kind of come, aren't like your hands come like hip width apart, okay? So you can actually practice this by standing and doing this by practice. So to kind of recap that, you're basically standing with your feet shoulder width apart. You're opening your chest, you're bringing back your shoulders, your hands are coming out wide to the sides of your hip. And you hold this pose for like 2 to 3 minutes while repeating an affirmation that says, I am aligned and unstoppable. So you just come in, I'm aligned and unstoppable. I'm aligned and unstoppable. I'm aligned and unstoppable. And again, repeat that for 2 to 3 minutes. And you're going to feel a shift in your energy. You're going to come back into more empowerment of the flow that's coming through you, of a sense of this empowered, confident state. And you're sending signals physically from the body to the brain that says, I'm stable, I'm secure, I'm confident. And your brain starts to rewire this. And again, I'm giving you these tips that as a chiropractor and the things I've done and used and helped people for a long time, these are not the typical thing you think about to raise your vibration, but it's so powerful. So let me know if you try this in the comments below. I would love to hear, which one of these you end up using, or if you're using them all. But yeah, keep me posted on that. So the third way is micro acts of giving, okay? A lot of times we're wanting something and our vibration gets low and we feel depleted and we feel out of alignment, and we have this sense of, we are expecting something, okay? And that's what sets us up and robs us of our vibration, because we do something, there's some sort of underlying unconscious expectation that we should get something, all right? But when you do this micro act of unconditional giving, and you begin to open up your energy field, and you're allowing that flow of energy to come through your heart, to come through your energy, to help you feel aligned with the sense of purpose and the sense of mission, the sense of, abundance, and the frequency of love or above, then that's going to open your channels from a sense of receiving, because most often what happens is we actually are giving, we deplete ourselves because we're also not open to receiving. That's where going back to the second one and pulling everything back and getting the shoulders back and opening the heart and coming into this kind of powerful state puts us in the state of value, worth, for us to come into this place of like, I am worthy of receiving, right? So when you do an act of unconditional love, unconditional love of giving, and it could be love, but one of the things I would recommend you do is do it really small acts. And I've done this before, even as a 30-day challenge, like the Ah and the Om. In fact, it was funny because it was around the same times I was doing that. And like 30 days of acts of kindness. And every day do something just to plant a seed, just to give. And it could be anything from, buying somebody a Starbucks and the person behind you. I literally was doing this for 30 days one time, and I actually felt drawn as I would drive home from my office as a chiropractor at the time. I would drive past this house every day, and some things like put some money in the mailbox, put some money in the mailbox. And I kid you not, I put $200, two $100 bills in an envelope, and on the way home, I put it in a mailbox of this random mailbox, random person. And again, it was unconditional. But it's these micro acts when I say this. So like, it doesn't have to be that big, obviously. It doesn't have to be even to do with money. But keep in mind, what you plant or you seed, you also reap. So therefore, if that's where kind of the tithing thing comes in, and you give and you get back, right? But I've done that before where, just even buying a coffee for somebody behind me. And the key, here's what the other key in this is, in that when you do that, don't just do it out of the act of like, oh, I think I'm going to do it. But what it's going to do is it's going to give you a sense of joy and gratitude to know what you did. And that gives you a sense of bringing gratitude to your life, and you're transforming your inner self to step into this sense of joy and then the power of giving without any expectation and without, this feeling of that you're totally giving yourself away, because you're intentionally encoding it with this sense of love. And so if you're feeling down and you're feeling like you're not receiving and you're feeling like your energy is depleted, that means you need to show up for someone in some way, and usually the same way you need someone to show up for you. Excuse me. So one of the ways I did this before was after my COVID experience, I had felt this need for connection, embracement, support. And support would be the bigger word there, the most underlying thing. I needed support. I felt like somebody needed to just listen to me, like hold space for me, don't try to fix me, but I just need, a presence to just give me this container. So what I started noticing was in other people, what they were missing in themselves, needing the same thing I needed, and I could see it because I knew I needed it. So when this happened, I literally stepped in and offered support, offered giving, offered being there, offered listening. And what it did was it became this sense of I was giving and sowing what I wanted to receive. And so then people started showing up for me in the exact same way. And it all started with just these very simple acts of giving in these micro ways that you just got to be really observant and aware to pay attention to that energy of give and take. And so in a lot of ways, when it comes to your vibration, what that is doing is you're intentionally bringing a harmonic exchange to your vibration that is putting you in a place of raising your vibration for give and take, so you're not being robbed of your energy, you're not being depleted, because you have this sense of gratitude for how you're showing up, which is enough back to fill that void that's missing. So these practices are simple, but yet they're very profound and impactful. And so try them today and see if it shifts your vibration, and let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to dive even deeper, make sure to check out my next video that will come next week, where I'm going to talk about creating energetic boundaries to protect your vibration. And so make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when that video comes live. And if you'd like to take your personal growth and getting to that next level and staying in alignment with yourself to even greater heights, then make sure to check out my Accelerate Your Ascension membership, where it's a go-to source for coaching, transformational tools, powerful practices, different meditations to help you align with your highest potential. And from now through January 11th, it's 50% off for the annual membership. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and until then, namaste.